Macmillan Audio presents Breaking the Rules by Barbara Taylor Bradford. Read for you by Katherine Kellgren.
Falling in Love. August through December 2006. Come live with me and be my love, and we will some new pleasures prove, of golden sands and crystal brooks, with silken lines and silver hooks. John Donne, 1572 to 1631. The young woman who hurried down Fifth Avenue was unaware of the stairs as she plunged determinedly through the downpour as though oblivious to it. She was, in fact, too consumed by her thoughts to notice passers-by. They noticed her. They stared, nodded approvingly, or smiled with admiration. She drew attention for a number of reasons. She was rather exotic-looking, with high cheekbones, black eyebrows beautifully arched on her broad brow above large dark eyes. Her jet-black hair was pulled back into a sleek ponytail which fell almost to her waist. Though not beautiful in the classical sense, she was arresting and had a unique look about her. Tall, slender, lithe, she moved with grace and had an inbred elegance. Her clothes were simple. She was wearing a sleeveless black cotton shift and ballet slippers. Her only jewellery, large pearl earrings and a watch. She carried a battered old black Hermès Kelly bag, well polished, which had obviously seen better days, but looked just right on her arm. The rain was coming down in torrents, and she was already drenched, but she no longer bothered to look for a cab. There was no point, they were all taken. She was heading home, and much to her relief, she wasn't very far now. 2 blocks down, 3 avenues to cross, and she would be at West 22nd Street and 9th Avenue. A month ago, through her only friend in New York, a young man called Dax, she had found the perfect place. A comfortable room with 2 good-sized closets and its own bath, in a brownstone on this rather lovely old street. Chelsea reminded her of London, gave her a sense of well-being, and she felt at home there. When she had left London, she had left behind her name. Now she was known as M, and M did not mind the rain today. It was cooling on this blistering August afternoon. Earlier, around lunchtime, it had been at least 101 in the shade. Lenny, the young receptionist at the Blaine Model Agency, had announced with a big grin, "Betcha we could fry eggs on the sidewalk today, Em. How about giving it a try?" Em had laughed with her, wanting to be nice. Lenny had endeavoured to be helpful since the day they had met. Em had gone to Blaine's within days of arriving in Manhattan, 2 months ago now. Glancing at her watch, Em winced. It was already 4 o'clock, 9 at night in London, and she usually called her sister on Fridays around this time. The brownstone was on 22nd, halfway between 9th and 10th, and as she drew closer, she saw somebody huddled on the top step, leaning against the front door. At once she realized it was her friend Dax. Dressed in jeans and a t-shirt, he was protecting himself with a newspaper, which he held over his head. He was as drenched as she was, and the minute she ran up the steps, she saw he was shivering, looking pale and pinched. "Dax, what are you doing here?" she exclaimed, pulling the door key out of her bag. "Getting decidedly wet," he shot back, grinning at her. "So I see. Let's get you inside. You're shivering. Are you sick?" "I've got a bit of a cold," he answered. "That's all." And standing up, he followed her inside. The 2 of them stood dripping water in the tiled entrance for a moment until M took hold of his arm and led him into the small cloakroom, reminding him that Gio, from whom she rented her room, insisted her house be kept pristine. "Get undressed in here and dry yourself, Dax. There's towels in the cupboard next to the coat rack. I'll be back with something dry for you in a minute." "Thanks," he answered, still shivering, offering her a wan smile. Em went out, took off her wet ballet shoes, and ran upstairs to her room. Within seconds she had shed her soaking dress and underwear, thrown them in the tub, rubbed herself dry, and put on
Sample complete. Ready to continue?